point of view video for our diver in the sea cave. Nice machine.
Great.
Small, powerful, and beautifully crafted, this ygviyviy will be the center of the virtual sea cave project.
Do you think we'll be able to get this thing in the water today?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
The ROV will be interacting with live creatures for our test.
All right.
So Zaz jumps in the water, and he'll swim around like a shark on a faraway reef, while Terry hones his driving skills by keeping Zaz in his sights.
Oh, there he is.
And the hunt is on. The mythical Zazfish versus Terry the mechanical Ahab.
I've lost him.
The Zazfish takes advantage early, being a natural swimmer assisted by his aerodynamic mohawk fin.
Oh my God, I ended up way over here.
Ahab's a little turned around at first,
You drive submarines the same way you drive cars.
That's it, I'm getting it.
but soon he gets the hang of it and gets serious about tracking down his prey.
Oh, jeez, that thing's all in blood. There he is. Oh.
Perhaps a bit too serious.
I'll get him again. Watch this. Oh.
Man, this thing's coming out from everywhere.
There's a gripper on there? Okay. Oh.
Terry proves to be a quick study, and the guys are sold.
It's a great little vehicle. I think it's going to be perfect for what we need. In the sea cave, that ROV will be more than up to the task.
The next big hurdle is we got to create the sea cave. We actually got to create the tank itself. I think we're in a good position right now. Still a lot more to go.
So the boys and their new bot head back to the island. Earlier in the week, Joe showed us his playful idea for the ROV's waterproof drive controls, the key to which is Joe's electronic expertise.
In order to get this scooter to control the ROV, I had to design a custom circuit board. First, I put together this development board. Then I designed the schematic and the circuit board layout. What looked like this will end up looking something like this.
So today, he's come down to his favorite fabrication facility,
Ladies and gentlemen, Amit Ball. He runs the show at Sierra Proto Express.
where Joe's custom-made circuit board has been printed and is ready for pickup.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
Are you as excited as me?
I don't think so.
What can I say? Let's check it out.
All right, let's do it.
Coming to this place reminds me of how much of a real nerd I really am. But that's okay. I'm comfortable with that.
Clearly all geeked up,
This is the happiest day of my life.
Joe is ready to inspect his fully fabricated circuit board and all its personal touches.
Come to me. Oh, you're so beautiful. Yeah. Now I got to go back to the lair, put all the components on it, get it ready for the sea cave.
Easier said than done. Coming up,
Hey, it's not the size of the bucket, it's how you use it.
it's a very geeky bucket brigade.
Move it. We got stuff to do today.
And later, it's the final test of the sea cave. Is this the future of deep sea exploration?
Oh my God, that is so weird.
The team at Prototype This is going the extra mile to bring the beauty of the ocean deep to your neighborhood swimming pool. A mini sub, or ROV, captures live images and sends them to a concave screen inside your pool, where you're immersed in a 180-degree image and virtually drive a sea scooter around a remote reef. In the design room, Mike and Joe Andreas are connecting a special camera that will project a rounded image onto the sea cave's concave dome.
Do I have the world's longest arm or what?
Yeah, it does, man. It's like a crane arm.
This thing is really rounded, so it means you can see all the way out at 180 degrees. Look at that. Can you see me? That's remarkable. The intelligence is really just in the optics of this lens.
It's a good lens.
It's a great lens.
With the camera chosen, now it needs to be made waterproof. So Terry's in the workshop making an acrylic tube for the ROV's high-definition camera. First, he makes a housing for the camera dome.
That goes through there.
Then he cuts a length of acrylic tubing that the camera will fit inside. Once it's sanded down, he applies his special sealant. And Terry's secure tube is ready to protect the camera.
Camera housing.
A few days ago, Joe used a toy to prove that his magnetic sensor control system works. And then he watched as his clunky test board design was streamlined onto a new integrated board. So today, Joe's back in the lair, getting ready to do final tests on his Sea Cave drive controls.
My role in this project is to come up with some way to control this ROV in the shark tank remotely. I have this sea scooter that's a common thing that scuba divers use to kind of control themselves in the water, and we're going to fix this underwater with our projection system so the user will essentially have their thumbs to control the ROV. The scooter is really just this aesthetic prop just to make it more realistic. Imagine where I'm standing is the dolphin tank, and over there is the shark tank with the ROV that's going to be floating around in the tank. This one cable is going to send the information from the magnetic position sensors over to the ROV, and the ROV is going to move in the shark tank. As I move the magnets over the controllers, the various fans on the ROV move as they should. Piece of cake. Well, not really. We have to figure out how to mount the electronics and the magnetic position sensors into the scooter and still retain the watertight features so the electronics don't get completely bogged down in salt water.
But luckily, Joe Andreas has come up with a solution.
I got, dude. These are watertight housings. You put your sensor in there.
And then we can just stick these like
Some, hot glue in there or something.
Joe applies a little hot glue, and once the sensors are sealed, Joe Grand runs a test of his newly completed controls.
I've just mounted one of the magnetic position sensors inside of one of the waterproof housings that Joe A has designed, and we just wanted to give it a quick test to make sure that the thing actually